The XtraPivotGrid supports data through binding to a traditional data source, an OLAPCube or a Microsoft Analysis Server. Using an OLAPCube overcomes the limitations of traditional databases and provides quick analysis and display of a large set of data. In this video, we'll take a look at how to bind the WinForms pivot grid control to an existing OLAPCube. So let's get started. I'll start with a new WinForms application. From the toolbar, I expand the DevExpress data group and drag and drop a new pivot grid control onto the form. I'll dock it so it fills the entire available client area. Next, I need to specify an OLAP connection string. I'll select the property and invoke the connection string editor. I'll select MS OLAP as the provider. For server name, I'll paste the path to an existing cube file for the sample Northwind database. This cube file ships with our DXperience installation and is available for 32-bit and 64-bit systems. And this is a 64-bit machine. The 64-bit version of the cube file is referenced. Next, I'll specify the catalog name and the cube name. And I click OK to close the editor. I open the PivotGrid Smart Tag and click to run the designer. I'll enable the PivotGrid Fields pane and resize the designer window. Now I need to select and customize the data field that I want displayed in the PivotGrid. I'll add the quantity field. This field's data needs to be in the data area of the PivotGrid, so I'll leave the property unchanged. Next, I select category name. I want this field to be in the column area, so the property remains. Finally, I want to add the country field and display the data in the row area, so the property is set accordingly. And I'm done. I close the designer. You can see a preview of the field's placement at design time. Let's run the application to see it at runtime. And here it is, the pivot grid populated with data based on the specified fields. For more information, please refer to the XtraPivotGrid documentation on the web. Thanks for watching, and thank you for choosing DevExpress.